All right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about a video that I listened to this morning from the Daily Wire from Ben Shapiro. Uh, he was talking about a woman, a columnist, Julia Salazar, I think is her name. She grew up in Soviet Russia, and she's of Jewish ancestry, and she wrote this crazy rant about how much she hates Christmas, pretty much, even though she somewhat celebrates Christmas. And Ben Shapiro, he said, I'm an Orthodox Jew, I wear a yarmulke all day. If someone says to me Merry Christmas, I just say thank you and Merry Christmas to you, and that's it. I don't feel offended, and I don't feel, and and she was writing about how much she's offended by Christmas lights or whatever, and he's like, what kind of sorry human being are you? He's like, Christmas lights are pretty and they make me happy. I remember Rabbi Weinberger, a frum guy with a shtreimel, everything, saying the same thing, yeah, it's really pretty, he has to be moed ala emes, he has to admit the truth. It's very pretty to see Christmas lights, especially New York City, it's beautiful. So it's interesting world. So what Ben really hits it on the mark. I thought, this was just something I said, and I'm just crazy, but here, a brilliant genius like Ben Shapiro, who's one day younger than me, so I have that one day advantage over him, but still, he's famous, and I'm not. He's rich, and I'm not, and he's a lawyer, and I'm not, but I'm a rabbi. So now I could say Baruch Shekavanti, and he has a nice farm shelf, that I have a lot of farm, but not such a nice shelf, So Reb Binyamin Shapiro, soll gesund sein, he said, the only people who hate Christmas so much are the people to whom being Jewish is only valuable because it means that they're not Christian. And it doesn't mean that they're actually religious. It just means that they can claim to be part of a minority group by virtue of not being Christian. And I thought that was a brilliant bit of wordplay there. Ben said it better than me, and that's why he has a radio show and I don't. But and anyway, I'm not talking very well. I'm not speaking very well because of my sinus infection. So that's basically just, I found that to be fascinating to say. Basically, that's what it means to be Jewish for a lot of these left-wing secular people of, I say, either of Jewish ancestry or Jewish apostates, Jewish heretics. They're not Gentiles, but they're not Jewish, but they feel like they're somehow, look at me, I'm part of some kind of a minority group because I'm not Christian. At least, most of the Muslims, even the least religious Muslims in America, are usually more religious Islamically than the average Jew from the conservative movement. Most of them are praying 5 times a day. How many in the conservative movement are praying 3 times a day? A few old people, and the rabbis, and that's about it. It's even among the old people, how many pray 3 times a day? How many put on tefillin every day? You want to be egalitarian, you want the women to put on tefillin too. So fine, men and women both putting on tefillin. How many women are putting on tefillin every day? You know, it's not the. I can understand some of the, the egalitarian ideology of the reform and the conservative and this and that, but is it really, is there, is it really serious? Is it really about religion? What's it all about? And like I said, even the thing is, a Muslim is going to say, I'm not that religious because I don't wear a hijab, I don't this, that, but they're keeping halal. How many conservative Jews keep kosher? At some level of kosher, maybe more than who pray 3 times a day. Yeah, more than who keep Shabbos. Who walk to the temple. I understand that, and that's one of the big things the conservative movement is driving the shul. But how many keep even the conservative level of kosher? Maybe I'll be generous. I'll be very liberal and say maybe half of conservative Jews keep some level of kosher, meaning to say they only eat kosher meat. Because there is what to rely on when it comes to other things, cheese. Even a lot of Orthodox rabbis said that you didn't necessarily have to have kosher cheese and stuff like that. I understand. So, but how many are keeping that much? I'll be generous. I'll say it's about half. But, all right. And even they have the same dishes for meat and milk. There's even some Orthodox also have the Syrians, I think, or one of the Sephardic communities. They'll use the same dishes for meat and milk, and I know they're conservative. They do that. It's fine, But how many? How many are really that devout? All right. Well, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. And I'm not. Still, I believe that someone who attends a conservative shul every Shabbos is a religious Jew. I don't consider that a secular Jew. I consider that a religious Jew. But again, just how observant are they? And I don't expect them to be super duper frum. It's not even to be as frum as the average conservative rabbi. And I don't forgive them that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, then you have the real secularists, who it doesn't mean anything to them to be Jewish, other than they're like, look at me, I'm special because I'm part of a minority group. All right. Well, thank you for but whereas for us, for Orthodox, we don't. I was talking about that with someone today at work. If someone's really secure and comfortable in their own religion, they don't feel threatened by other religions. The people who feel threatened by other religions are the people who are not comfortable in their own skin. It's a type of self-hatred, really. All right. Well, thank you for watching or listening. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. What was that? 8 minutes? That's too long. All right. Oh, it's still running?